so we're going to go through our warm-up and our core pre-activations and posture exercises. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is lie down on your back. We're going to do our pelvic floor and TA activations. So we want to make sure we're nice and relaxed, hands down by our side. The shoulders are nice and relaxed. Our chin is slightly tucked. Good. If you're someone that usually flares their ribs, just make sure those are tucked under as well. Want to make sure we have a nice straight line from our hip to our knee to our feet. Good, and just to shuffle those heels a little bit further. Good, so we're just going to take a few deep breaths first. So take a nice deep breath in towards the ribs and in towards the belly. Good, then breathe out through the mouth. Good, just relax. Let's take another 3 here. Breathe in, breathe out. Now we take another one. Breathe in, breathe out through the mouth. Good. All right, next one, we're going to do our pelvic floor and TA activation. So take a nice deep breath in. As we breathe out, we want to draw our pelvic floor in and up. So imagine you're holding onto that tampon and drawing it in. Good. And then we want to think about peeling the skin away from the undies, or sucking the skin away from the undies. Okay. Deep breath in. Let's go again. Good. You happy with just touching? Make sure.
Yeah.
Let's go for one more. Good, nice and relaxed here. Just a gentle 5% activation. Breathe out. Beautiful. Awesome. What we're going to do now, we're going to do one more core activation exercise. I'm going to get you to get your legs straight down. And we're going to go for a single leg raise. And I'm going to get you to do these one side at a time. Okay, so all I'm going to do is ask you to raise your leg up off the ground. Good, bring it back down. Let's go one more time. And back down. Okay, I want to do it one more time. Happy with me touching you, just to make sure we're not using our external obliques again. Check your TA. So let's take a deep breath in. Make sure we breathe out and lift our pelvic floor. TA and then lift. Good. Try and relax. Do it again. Please came on a little bit. So breathe out. Lift the pelvic floor. TA, then lift the leg. Let's do it again. Make sure that on this last one, we're really lifting the pelvic floor. Transverse abdominis activation, then lift the leg after that.
Okay.
Cool. Good, don't hold your breath. Let's go one more time. Too many things to think about. Yeah. You say that nice deep breath in. Sorry for that. Good. Breathe out. Also relax. Lift the pelvic floor. TA. Good. Let's do the other side as well now, okay? So, checking for any going through your core. Do you mind if I lift your top up to do it?
Sure.
Or do you want to lift your top up to do it?
Yeah.
Good.
Let's just start again.
Yeah, nice deep breath in. Breathe out. Lift the pelvic floor, TA. Good. So, 2 more. Good. We're trying to notice for any hip shift as well, that you're relying on one side to the other. Let's go one more time, just to make sure that you're keeping your external obliques nice and relaxed. Good. Beautiful. You can just roll your top down there. Awesome. We're just going to go through a back activation exercise next. Okay, so I'm going to go into a standing position. Good. So it's really important we do so much sitting and forward things. We get really tight through our shoulders. We want to really engage our back muscles and get them working before we go into our main body of the session. What I'm going to get you to do is just with your feet in a neutral position. Just going to get you to kind of hinge slightly forward. Good. And then I want you to get your thumbs, and I want you to try and touch your thumbs behind your back. But in this position. Yeah, so you're not going to be able to do it, but what this does enables us to, see how all those muscles there really come on, just relax. Good, and we go for 2 more. Okay, so in that position, come back, try and get those thumbs together, bring them back down. Good, and 1 more. Beautiful. Good, we're going to go for some glute activation exercises as well. So let's get you lying down on your back, and we're going to go for some glute bridges. Okay, so in that same position that we were in before, hands down by your side, shoulders relaxed, chin slightly tucked, nice straight line there. what we want to do, we want to make sure we're driving up through the heels. We're going to lift our hips up towards the sky. Good, squeeze the glutes really nice and hard. Good, and bring it back down. And just be aware of the pelvic floor on your T as well as you do it. So deep breath in. Good. Breathe out, lift the pelvic floor, transverse abdominis activation, drive up, squeeze the glutes. Good. And bring it down.
So should you be squeezing your pelvic floor the whole time you're doing the upward motion of the glute bridge?
Yeah, as you breathe out and we go up, that's when you're lifting the pelvic floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember, it's just that kind of like 5%. It's not a really, really strong kind of like trying to pull in and hold like really super tight. It's just that 5% contraction. Same with the transverse abdominis as well.
Okay.
Let's do one more. Deep breath in. Good, breathe out. Good. Can you feel your pelvic floor lifting as you do that?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Cool. So we're going to go into some squats now. So I'm going to get you into your position, form your squats. What we're going to do as we're going for our squat, when you're in your bottom position, I want you to do a release and contract. So as you go down and then you're in the bottom of your squat, as low as that can be, I want you to think about releasing your pelvic floor and contracting your pelvic floor. So this is going to tell us whether we have control over our pelvic floor in that position when we're under kind of like most load.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go for a squat.
Just a normal
Just go
squat.
for a normal bodyweight squat.
I've got a little bit of a bad knee.
Okay, cool. We'll come to that. Let's go for the squat and see if we can do the contract and release and come back up.
Okay.
Good. Let's go for another one. I'll just go nice and slowly on this. So go as low as you can. Release and contract pelvic floor.
I'm not here. Okay.
And then come back up, breathe out. Good. So breathe in on the way down, release and contract, and then breathe out, come up. Okay. And then tell me if you're feeling your pelvic floor.
If I'm releasing when I'm down, does that mean I'm contracting as I go down?
Yeah, naturally. Don't think about it, but naturally you will be contracting your pelvic floor as you go down into your squat. So then just think about release, relaxing, and then try to squeeze and draw up on your pelvic floor again. Good. Yeah. Did you feel like you were able to release and contract pelvic floor?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Contract, yes, but I feel like I'm already released when I'm there.
When you're down. Yeah, fair enough. So you said you had a little bit of knee pain.
Yeah, on this knee.
On this knee. Okay, so you may have to squat a fair bit shallower then. Another thing that we can do is that we can use a TRX and we can have some of that load supported by our upper body. So in our next session, we'll have the TRX out and we can do that. But if you're finding that you don't have full control over your pelvic floor in this position and your abdominal separation is, a bit large as well, and you've got the knee pain, what we'll do in order to basically work the same muscles, but in a less loaded position, is we're going to go into a glute bridge. Okay, so I'm going to get you into that glute bridge position.
Again, yep.
Good, and we're going to go over the same thing. So just in that nice glute bridge position, take a deep breath in, breathe out. I want you to draw your pelvic floor, TA, drive up through the heels, squeeze the glutes. Here, I want you to release and contract, pelvic floor, come back down. Good, did you feel like you were able to release and contract in that position?
Yeah.
Good, let's go 2 more reps. Okay. Good. Check. Good. Good, and relax. Excellent. Awesome work. That's it. So next one we're going to go through is we're going to go through our push-up. Okay, I'm going to check how you're feeling through your pelvic floor, because you said you had some issues there before, through your abdominals as well, because you've got some separation. And yeah, we'll see if there's any other problems that arise as you go through your push-up position. Okay, so we're going to get you to push up on your knees. Okay, go into almost on all fours, but we want to push those hips forward towards the ground. So we're making more of a triangle shape as opposed to a box shape.
Like
Yeah,
that.
good. You can, yeah, and you can have your, you can have your hands slightly wider than shoulder width. Good, feeling like we're kind of spreading the floor with our hands.
Mhm.
Good, and then we want to bend at the elbows, lower our chest to the floor. I might get this little one out of the way for you. Good, push your hips forward towards the ground a bit more. Good, and a bit more. Good, good, good. And how's that feeling through?
Quite hard.
Okay, so as we come down, again, I want you to do that release and contract in that bottom position. Are you right with me touching you?
Yeah, that's
Good.
fine.
Because I want to check your abs here for any doming. Okay, so just bring yourself down a bit. Come back up. Good. And can you release and contract your pelvic floor?
Now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Good. So are you finding any issues?
Not with the pelvic floor, just that my wrist is a little bit niggly.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And how about through your abdominals here?
I think it was only a couple of push-ups, so it was okay.
Yeah.
But I think after a while, I'd
You
find it
start
quite hard.
fatigue? Yeah. Okay. So what we can do is we just need to bring you back a little bit, seeing as you're still working on that control of your pelvic floor, and strengthening through your core, your deeper core muscles, and the fact that you have wrist issues as well. One thing we can do is we can make a fist, okay, and do our push-ups in a fist position to keep the wrist nice and straight. But what I might do is actually take you back to doing a wall push-up. Okay, so coming to a position here, or even fists here.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's going to take a lot of pressure off the abdominal wall area and
Okay.
the pelvic floor. Okay, so it's not going to be quite as intense, and hopefully we'll be able to build from there and build that strength through the upper body. So I'll just get you to do a push up
So
at the wall.
where would my hands be?
Yeah,
Like
good.
here?
So same. Yeah, exactly.
Should I try a fist?
Yeah, if that position is still uncomfortable on your wrists.
Yeah, that's all right.
Good. And maybe just bring those hands down a little bit. Good. Good, good, good. Good. And in this position, can we do our release and contract? So release pelvic floor, contract the pelvic floor.
Mhm.
I'm just going to check again, go for a push up. Nice. How does the wrist feel?
It's all right up here. Yeah.
So the other thing that we can do in order to work the same muscles is we can bring you down on your back, or we can get some dumbbells, okay? And then that way we can keep the wrist nice and neutral, lie on our back, and we can go for a chest press. So it's just going to be less intense than that push-up position. We're lying on our back, and we know already from what we've done before that you have that control through your pelvic floor, your TA, and through your abdominals. So we can work on that and then do the push-up in that position.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Cool. That sounds good.
All right, Natalie, so we're going to go through one more exercise, which is going to be our lunge, okay? I'm going to get you into a static lunge position, okay? So taking the first leg out, we're going to bring the other foot back, okay? And from here, we're going to bend at the knee and go down as low as we can.
Oh,
Good, how did you?
sorry, I've got a sore knee.
A sore knee, okay, so it's
Is it
already.
better for me to switch over?
We'll try both sides, but that might be sore as well. If it was sore on that side, got this one, then it might be sore on the other side as well. Do you want to try just go a shallow lunge on the other side,
Yeah.
the other foot out in front, and see if you're still getting pain there as well?
Yeah, it's not great.
It's not great, yeah. So what we're going to do, we're going to avoid that. And you say you had some hip pain as well? Yeah, it felt like there was hip pain. Okay, so we're going to take you off single leg stance, okay? Because if you've got any hip pain, what we want to do is we want to avoid anything that's single leg, and also you've got the knee pain, and it's pretty
Yeah.
much making it impossible for you to do. So what we'll do is we'll go into a squat, and because you've already got knee pain, we're just going to make it a shallow squat. We've also got our options of doing the TRX squat. And if all else fails, we'll come down to the ground and do our glute bridges. Okay. I'm just going to get you to do that lunge one more time and see if we can do the release and contract, just to see if you have control of your pelvic floor there as well.
Okay.
So come down, lunge, try and release and contract the pelvic floor, drive back up, breathe out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Feels okay.
Feels okay?
So I just have to stay quite shallow.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was deeper, it would be a harder
Yeah. So you've got,
control.
yeah. So because you've got the hip pain, we're going to take you off a single leg. Any single leg exercises completely anyway.
Okay.
Okay. And when you're sitting and things like that, you need to be really aware of your posture. Because you have a lot of desk work and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So you need to be aware of how you're sitting, try not to sit cross-legged a lot as well. Is that something that you're guilty of?
Very much
Yeah,
so.
we want to make sure that we're not doing too much of that either. So we're going to take you off single leg exercises. Make sure that you've always got both feet planted on the ground. This is going to help with that hip pain. Okay, but with the knee pain in there as well, only going to go shallow squats as far as there's no pain.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're able to do a deeper squat with the help of the TRX, we can go a little bit deeper as long as there's no pain with the knee. But if the knee still causes problems, even in a shallow squat, then we need to look at maybe going to see a physio, getting some exercises there, but we can still do our glute bridges because you said there was no pain.
Yeah, they
in
were
that
fine.
position.
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
All
Cool.
right. Thank you.
No problems.